Well, the internet is going wild after years in the spotlight, hearing Barron Trump's voice.
Yes,
Hello, how are you?
I'm in the business.
It's very nice to see you. Very nice.
I gave him a shout out last night. The place went crazy. He didn't
Hello, how are
say
you?
it
It's
himself.
very nice. Good to see you.
You too, buddy.
Oh, you've never met?
No, it's
No,
our
no.
first time.
Could we make him into a fighter?
Now, this comes after an old video of the 18-year-old son of Donald Trump went viral on TikTok from when he was just a child, which showed that little Barron had picked up his mother's Slovenian accent.
I like my suitcase. I have to go to school now.
Yeah, you will have lunch and then you go to school.
Now I'm gonna go.
Yeah, first you will have lunch and then you go to school.
Now you can do reading, writing, and arithmetic.
We are very happy to be here and Barron will have a great time. We're going to play upstairs, so yes? But you want to tell something?
Let's play drum.
You want to have drums? What you will have for a birthday?
I want on the television drums.
Like on television, the big ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves to play drums. So maybe for birthday, he will get the present.
I like on the television.
Oh, the big one, okay.
From the recent video, it looks as if the now college student has lost his earlier accent and adopted an American one. But this was exciting for fans of President Trump who have been eager to get to know Barron a bit more now that he's a bit older than he was when his dad was in office years ago, as he was largely kept out of prying eyes. Not only were online users pointing out the physical similarities between Barron and Donald, but weighed in on his voice. One person wrote on X, "He sounds like Donald Jr." Another wrote, "He's going to be president one day, bookmark this." Another wrote, "He has the same demeanour as his dad. He's a natural-born Kennedy." And Barron sounds like a winner. Finally, the voice of a future leader. Welcome to Mad World, our weekly Culture Wars wrap-up. Let's get into it. Well, even with just weeks to go for President Biden's term, he is going out with a bang by quite literally doing what he's known for, switching off. It looks like the president has fallen asleep on live TV yet again, this time when he was meeting with African presidents at a summit in Angola.
Of people, goods and services, but will also promote shared prosperity and inclusive growth across the region. Internal consultations aiming at aligning this project with national priorities and other bilateral and regional commitments. In closing, allow me to reiterate Tanzania's commitment to regional integration and shared prosperity. We note the progress made on the development of the Lobito Corridor and commend the visionary leadership that has brought this initiative to life.
Other than falling asleep, there was some pretty big news for President Biden this week when he pardoned his embattled son, Hunter Biden. The 54-year-old was facing two separate sentencings this month for his tax crimes and lying on a form when he bought a gun in 2018. For months, Joe Biden had been questioned about whether he planned to pardon Hunter when his term was up, to which he vehemently denied. His backtrack caused controversy as he stated that Hunter had been unfairly treated and targeted because he was the president's son. Even the judge presiding over Hunter's tax evasion case slammed the president for attempting to rewrite history with his choice of wording when he announced that he was pardoning Hunter. This compilation of Biden's press secretary, Karine Jean-Pierre, repeatedly denying that Hunter Biden was going to be pardoned went viral online.
Second one, would the president pardon or commute his son if he's convicted?
So I've answered this question before. It was asked of me not too long ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I was very clear and I said no.
Okay. Let me go back to the first question of the briefing. I know you said not a lot's changed since yesterday and that it's a personal matter, but from a presidential perspective, is there any possibility that the president would end up pardoning his son?
No.
You've also said several times that the president would not pardon or commute sentences for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no, and I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
Popular radio host Charlemagne the God and Whoopi Goldberg had a heated clash over this on The View.
You really think he just changed his mind over Thanksgiving weekend all of a
No,
sudden?
I'm going to tell you what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I think he changed his mind because he got sick of watching everybody else get over. And this is just my feeling, because at some point you get to the place where you just go, so I'm just going to follow the straight and narrow always, because that's what's expected of Democrats.
But that's their fault. They're the ones that go out. They're the ones that go out there and they stand on this moral high ground.
Listen,
they don't have to do that.
Someone who wasn't happy with Joe Biden's decision to pardon Hunter was the Democrats' very own California Governor, Gavin Newsom. Newsom told Politico that he was disappointed. He said, "With everything the president and his family have been through, I completely understand the instinct to protect Hunter. But I took the president at his word, so by definition, I'm disappointed and can't support the decision." But according to Fox News host Jesse Waters, here's the real reason that they're mad.
They weren't mad about the pardon. They're just mad they look bad. They're not mad about the pardon. They're mad they bought the lie. They're mad that they had a talking point against Trump that no one was above the law, and that's gone. Or they had a talking point about the Justice Department was so pure and innocent, and then that's gone since Biden just said it was rigged. So the whole thing's political.
Now, all eyes are on France and South Korea this week as both countries seem to be crumbling democratically. In France, the government has fallen after the minority government led by right-wing Prime Minister Michel Barnier was ousted in a no-confidence vote. France has had a politically tumultuous last few months, and sadly for Barnier, he lost the support of MPs from the far left, and far right. This was the first time since 1962 that the French government has fallen after a no-confidence vote. He will likely stay on for a bit as a caretaker government until President Emmanuel Macron nominates a new Prime Minister. But over in South Korea, President Yoon Suk-yeol is facing calls for impeachment after he enacted martial law earlier this week, meaning the military would rule. His reasoning was that the opposition party had been undermining his right-wing party and that he wanted to crush anti-state forces that have been wreaking havoc. The president had only imposed it for 6 hours, bringing chaos to Seoul before MPs overruled it. It's a wait-and-watch situation now to see whether the National Assembly receives a 2/3 majority vote to kickstart an impeachment. Now, Donald Trump has been busy preparing his administration for when he's sworn in as president on January 20. Some of his administration picks have been controversial, including former veteran and Fox News host Pete Hegseth for the role of Defense Secretary. He was facing doubts that he may not secure the role with enough Senate votes after scandalous claims about his personal and professional life. Rumours swirled that Donald Trump could be eyeing off replacing Hegseth with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. But according to Hegseth, he's not backing down.
Have you had any conversations with the president-elect about replacing you with Governor DeSantis?
I spoke to the president-elect this morning. He said, keep going, keep fighting. Behind you all the way.
So you're in this all the way?
Why would I back down? I've always been a fighter. I'm here for the more fighters. This is personal passion for me.
You're not withdrawing your name from consideration, just to be clear.
We're meeting all day with senators.
Further fallout for Pete came when a scathing email from his mother leaked and circulated showing the wannabe Defense Secretary's mum calling him despicable, accusing him of dishonesty, sleeping around, betrayal and belittling. However, his mum has set the record straight by appearing on Fox News and saying it was an email sent in the heat of the moment.
What's one thing about Pete people don't realize?
That he's got a big heart, that he's very smart. Yeah. He is the most faithful patriot of this country. He loves his country. He's fought and almost died for his country. He's a good dad. He's an amazing son and father. And that's the Pete I want people to know.